What's up guys, Jayztwocents here, and I am joined by Jonathan from SlickWraps. If you guys can see, we have a bunch of computer parts here. We're gonna be building a computer today. You guys remember the case wrap I showed a while back where it was wrapped by SlickWraps? Well, that's Jonathan's company here. And he admits that he is a Mac guy. He has never built a PC, he's never done anything like this. So why are we building a PC now?
So my videographers back at SlickWraps absolutely hate working on an iMac. There's just not enough power.
Were you forcing them to use Mac because that's what you already had?
Yeah, and we were just used to the ecosystem of being a Mac.
Usually the editors want Mac.
Yeah, and we shoot 6K raw footage from a Red, and the iMac Pros just can't handle it.
All right, so you already are saying that PC's better. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that out of you. But we got a whole bunch of parts right here that we're gonna be using, but we're missing a case though. I mean, what are we gonna do about a case?
Jesus, I got you, Jay.
How are you always just like...
It is the Fractal Design Define R6. You can buy it at Newegg, other places as well. It's incredibly awesome. Jay's done a few builds with it. And then, you know, whenever you want to come back in here, professional YouTuber who's prepared with the case. But
this video is brought to you by Be Quiet. Do you want to be cooler? Do you want to be more desirable? Well, you're in luck because right now you can own your very own Jayztwocents swag and immediately be the cool kid on the block. Max out your sex appeal by following the link down below. So we don't want another Verge type situation right here, so I'm going to just sort of guide you and I'm going to let you do all of this.
That's great.
So a couple of tools we're going to need. We don't need tweezers. Okay, we do just have my multi-fitting screwdriver there. Side cutters for when we do zip ties and stuff, and that's gonna be pretty much it. I guess a knife to cut open the boxes. And we'll start with the motherboard, the CPU, and the memory.
Great. So this is it?
That's the motherboard.
That's cool.
This is our manual. We don't need manuals around here. So this is an anti-static bag. It keeps it from getting shocked in transit or when it's being stored. So, but before we go handling it, you probably should have an anti-static wrist strap.
Hey, dude, I got you. Nice.
Leave this cover on though, because you don't want to mess that up.
Okay.
No reason to reapply it if you don't have to.
Sure.
Some publications might have you think you need to put thermal paste on this thermal paste, but that's not necessary.
So you can just run it up here?
Yeah, or you can run it up
as
here.
opposed to coming through the little grommet?
Yeah, so like, what a handy dandy feature. So basically you can like right.
Okay, so it works. Obviously it booted. Jonathan's first time ever building a PC. So, all right, Let me ask, what was the hardest part in your opinion?
You know, the cable management, you know, it can get a little frustrating just because you want it to be perfect.
Even though you can't see it.
Yeah, it turned out great, but yeah, just making sure that all the cables come together, zip tied, whatever, you know, it's a little frustrating.
Well, I mean, Jonathan admitted to me while we were doing this that, you know, part of the Apple luster or whatever, the part that draws you to devices and stuff, obviously SlickWraps is all about making a device look good and kind of being a personal extension of yourself, is the fact that you are into aesthetics.
Yeah.
Aesthetics are a big deal, so that's why we went with the vertical mount. That's why I specifically requested or recommended this motherboard, because it's got all the X299 features, obviously the RGB. You can leave this on the rainbow mode if you want, or you can go in there and change it to anything you want. But the fact is that you can make this build totally yours. You're planning on wrapping this, aren't you?
Yeah, so we actually make a R6 wrap. And
available now, isn't it?
Yeah,
okay.
And we completely changed the look of this. So yeah, we're gonna put a wrap on it. Maybe our new green shade here. But yeah, we're gonna wrap it as soon as we get it back to the office.
What was your favorite part of the build?
You know, just seeing it all come together, you know, when we first put the motherboard in, it just kind of all made sense. You know, you can start seeing where the pieces go and understand. And then obviously when we started it up,
yeah,
it's amazing looking. It's just really cool.
Well,
it's a showpiece.
You got more comfortable as time went on. Like in the beginning, I could tell you were very kind of nervous handling the parts.
Yeah.
But then you sort of realized maybe by me throwing your motherboard around and the fact that you can see that it works.
I mean, this is probably freaking some people out on chat right now. Or chat, the videos, whatever. I mean,
yeah.
Maybe that puts you at ease a little bit. We planned this several weeks in advance, you guys seeing this video. So was there anything that gave you anxiety leading up to this about being nervous about any part of this?
Just because like I've been with Mac for 15 years, I've never owned a PC, and I'm just not being familiar. Obviously seeing like a typical Mac user, knowing nothing about PCs,
yeah.
And not knowing really what the components do and what the importance of the components are. This is a really eye-wakener because from putting this together, I learned, you know, what the importance of, you know, each component, how they work together. And yeah, so it's something that I definitely value, and now I know how to build a PC.
And serviceability too, right? You need to change out that graphics card, add more hard drive space. We talked about how to do that, how to swap out RAM.
There's just tons of room in this case. So what's awesome about the case is that it has tons of expandability. And I can take all the panels off. Being a novice, it was really important for me to be able to get to every single piece of the motherboard or plugging cables in.
This case does support a front mount 30mm rad with 25mm thick fans and still can support all of the hard drive cages. So that's one of the reasons why we chose the R6 as well, is if you do want to expand storage on this local machine later, you can do that, or your editor or whoever is going to have this machine.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing is awesome. I mean, there's tons of expandability. Obviously, aesthetics, it's amazing. The case is very like simplified, but yet you have all the lights and all the different components, and it just works really well together.
And I'm glad we didn't do RGB strips or anything, because I think that's just enough ambient light in there.
I think it's perfect for the office space and where we're going to be putting it at for my videographers. I think it's subtle, but yet it does stand out.
Well, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, the best editing machines are powerful gaming rigs, so you have to definitely keep an eye on your editors, and I guarantee they're going to be playing some games on this at some point. I think
if not them, it's going to be me.
So now you've seen the birth of a new PC gamer. Because what's gaming like on Mac?
Non-existent.
Exactly. I just want to hear you say it. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Guys, go and check out SlickWraps. We put a link to them down in the description below. Of course, Fractal Design and EVGA for supporting this build by sending us, obviously, the cooler, the case, the motherboard, the power supply, and the graphics card, of course, which is a huge support on this project. So, Jonathan, welcome to the PC race. I'm not going to say master race. I'm just going to say PC race because everyone's a master at whatever that means. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. As always, we'll see you in the next one.